Have you ever thought about the root cause of suffering? Think about that for a moment. What is the root cause of suffering to you? I thought about this. Right. And this is why I always say what you focus on expands. So if you're focusing on a problem, you're expanding the problem. You can't solve a problem from the same mind, from the same level of thinking that created the problem. So if you don't have a solution to your problem, shift your focus onto something else. If the underlying issue isn't resolved or hasn't been revealed to you, shift your attention. There's no point of stressing yourself out thinking about the problem. Usually obstacles and problems are there for you. So if you don't know how to work with it, if you don't know why it's there for you, if you don't know how to navigate it, then turn your attention from it until you do. Until the answer is revealed to you. Until you get the insight and wisdom that you need in order to, I want to say deal with it, but in order to actually work with it. Because you're pouring your time and attention into the problem and not the solution. The problems, people perceiving it to be a problem, whatever situation, people perceiving that to be a problem is the problem. Perception. It's all really about perception. Where you place your focus. Because where attention goes, energy flows. We all know this. So instead of focusing on your suffering, instead of focusing on the shit that makes you sad, instead of focusing on the problem, the circumstance, the person, whatever you have going on in your life, instead of focusing on that and pouring your energy into that, draining you of your energy, shift your attention. And every time you find yourself falling back into that pattern, shift your attention. Don't try to control and force and beat up on yourself, because that doesn't help. Shift your attention. Go do something else. Play your favorite song. Enjoy the breath of fresh air. Breathe. Relax your nervous system. But what you focus on can either make you suffer tremendously or will be the catalyst for your growth. So, and you control that. You can shift your energy at any moment. You can shift your attention at any moment. That is what self-mastery really is about. When you can shift your attention, shift your focus, shift the chemical expressions in your body, right? That is true mastery. Having full and complete control over yourself. But it's not hard. It's not forcing. Control feels like force and a lot of effort, but it's really not. It's about shifting. Because energy cannot be created or destroyed. You just shift the fucking energy. You shift it. It's really that easy, simple, easy, whatever. So your attention, what you focus on, will damper your growth, or it will make you thrive. We're not living in survival mode anymore. We're thriving. You are the cause of your downfall, or you are the cause of you rising. Yes. So I was talking to myself there, Ishly. But what you focus on does matter. And I know people with depression and anxiety, people with PTSD and all these labels that we like to give these issues and problems or whatever, work with it, right? I have ADHD and PTSD, actually diagnosed, right? As a child with this, okay? With both of them, right? I have the paperwork to prove it, but instead of using that as an excuse, I worked with it. I worked with my attention span. I strengthened my focus. I worked with myself. And PTSD, like I worked through that, right? For the most part, but yeah. But healing is learning. It's unlearning the patterns that were conditioned into you and that you formed in order to survive. Or someone told you this is the way of the world, but it's not. It's not. Whatever you think you know.
Don't be a peasant. Level up.
Whatever you think you know, erase that. That's telling me to get to work, by the way. I've had that on for years on my phone as a reminder to work. Because I do get wrapped up in the activities that I do. I get so focused on one thing, so my phone reminds me. And you have a lot of resources at your disposal, so you can make any change that you want. You can shift your attention so easily. Stop focusing on your excuses. Work with them. Work with them. Turn your pain into power. Shift your attention. So, self-reflection should be a daily habit for anyone who actually wants to grow, for anyone who wants to be out of pain and suffering and their patterns and the conditioning. Because you're not as conditioned as people want you to believe. Like the subconscious habits, right? If you remain aware moment by moment, you shine a light on the pattern, the thought pattern, the habit, physical pattern, like looking in the fridge just habitually, right? My brother does that. He'll look in the fridge just to look in it, you know? Not really to look at it, but it's like an automatic habit. Like his body just goes to the fridge and opens it. But yes, once you remain aware and observe, thought by thought, moment by moment, your conditioning, you see your conditioning. It's in your face. Once you slow down and observe, stop being so distracted by everything, just slow down, observe. Observe where you're placing your focus, where you're placing your energy. Observe that. And have self-reflection every single day, throughout the day. Where are you placing your attention? What are you thinking? What are the habits that you want to keep? What are the thought patterns that you want to keep? What do you want to get rid of? Where are you placing your attention? Where are you placing your energy? Does this give you energy or does it drain you? Stop doing the things that drain you. Or focus in a way that it won't drain you. Yes. Sometimes you have to shift your thoughts. Like, oh, I have to do this. No, you don't. You get to do it. My child's trying to close the door. You get to do it. How is it benefiting you? If you receive no benefits from it, then don't do it. But you are receiving benefits from it, that's why you do it. And sometimes the benefit from doing something is just the pleasure and the joy that you get from doing it. So, sometimes it's just shifting your thoughts on a subject. What are you perceiving to be true? If you study quantum physics and the observer effect, what is forming in reality is based off of your perception, based off of you, the observer, because the particles will form and be constructed based off of you, the observer. So your reality forms based off of you. So what are you perceiving to be true? Is it true? What is real? What is reality? What is real to you? Just some food for thought. Just self-reflection. I know what it all means, right? Really reflect on that. If you need more assistance, I do have free guides on my website. The link is in my description box. I do have a book that will help you. You will not be the same after my book. But the free resources that I give you are extremely helpful as well. So on that note, I'm gonna let you go. Have a great day.